When did you find out that your perfect marriage was everyone else's nightmare? I thought Damien and I were the golden couple. Married at 23, matching his rising ambition with my artistic dreams. He supported my gallery showings while I managed his demanding legal career. Our social media was picture perfect. Weekend getaways to wine country, candlelit anniversary dinners, and endless hashtags about number relationship goals. Everyone constantly told us how lucky we were. The first crack appeared at my college reunion. My former roommate Alex pulled me aside during the cocktail hour, her expression uncharacteristically serious. "How are you really doing?" she asked, studying my face with deep concern. "Amazing," I replied automatically. "Damien just made partner at his firm, and my latest collection is selling faster than—" "No," she interrupted firmly. "How are you really doing?" Something in her tone made my stomach twist violently. "What do you mean? The way he corrected you 3 times at dinner? How he ordered your meal without asking what you wanted? How you immediately apologized when he spilled red wine on your white dress?" I laughed it off nervously. He knows what I like better than I do. We're that connected. But her words followed me home like shadows. That week, I started noticing everything differently. How Damien would squeeze my hand painfully tight when I spoke to other men. How he'd finish my sentences at parties, usually incorrectly. How I'd gradually stopped wearing bright colors because he preferred me in muted neutrals. "It makes you look more sophisticated," he'd always say. During my sister's birthday dinner, I excused myself to the restroom. Standing in the narrow hallway, I overheard my entire family talking in hushed, worried tone. "She's completely lost herself," Mom whispered sadly. "Remember how vibrant and outspoken she used to be?" Dad added with frustration. "Now she barely speaks unless he gives approval." My uncle's voice cut deepest. "That controlling man has systematically isolated her from everyone who truly cares about her well-being." I stood frozen, hand trembling on the door handle. "She won't listen if we try to say anything directly," my sister said with resignation. "She's so deeply manipulated. She genuinely thinks this is what healthy love looks like." When I returned to the table, Damien was confidently explaining to my family why I'd completely stopped painting abstract pieces. "Realistic portraits are infinitely more marketable," he declared, not even noticing my return. "I've been strategically helping her focus her artistic career in profitable directions." I hadn't painted a single abstract piece in nearly 2 years. I'd completely forgotten that experimental art used to bring me pure joy. That night I scrolled through my phone with growing horror. Text threads with old friends had dwindled to absolute nothing. My artwork had become safe, commercial, utterly forgettable. My calendar was filled exclusively with his work events, his preferred restaurants, his carefully chosen social circle. I found an old video from before our marriage. I was laughing freely, completely paint-splattered, dancing wildly in my cluttered studio to music Damien always called pretentious noise. I looked like an entirely different human being. The next morning, while Damien showered, I called Alex with shaking hands. "I think I desperately need help," I whispered. "Thank God," she breathed with relief. "I've been waiting 3 agonizing years for this exact call. How long has everyone actually known? Since your engagement party? When you transformed your entire personality overnight to match his expectations?" That afternoon, I discovered something in his laptop that made my blood turn to ice. I couldn't fit what happens next in this short video. Watch the rest down below.